How are you?
I'm good, ma'am. I hope you are good as well. So,
No, I'm so
without
happy to be here. Yes, thank you so much. And congratulations to you all for your 3D Psychology Summit, Career Summit on 2021. I know it's virtual, but everything what you do right now is worth it. So
thank you
thank you
so
so
much,
much.
ma'am.
And I really thank all the audience and all the other staff in the committee members and whoever are there together and the panelists who are there with us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So, without any further ado, let's begin with the questions.
Yeah.
The first question we actually had for you was for you to explain to us your personal journey in the field of criminal psychology. So,
Okay.
everything from how you came into the field, your educational qualifications, and all of those aspects.
Okay. Angela, for me, this journey of mine was a journey of 15, 16 years. And it was not a very piece of a cake. And it should never be. And I'm telling you, these kind of things should never be a piece of a cake. So in my this journey, as I don't know how much you know about me, but I'm married for 25 years. So as I have my older kid is going to be 24 now in this year, and the younger one is going to be 20, 21. So I my journey has not started when I was in my college. My journey started when I'm a wife, when I'm a mother, when I'm a daughter-in-law, and that is the time when women believe in India that they no longer can work uh, because of the various reasons related to their family. I took this challenge of doing so. And because there were some medical issues which happened in 2007, which was life endangered. And I was married in 96. So I took 13 years of my life to nurture my children. And after 13 years, in 2007, because of that medical reason, because I'm suffering from pituitary adenoma, that is the tumor of the brain that is related to pituitary gland, and it is something which comes as a time bomb with you. So what happens is like that was the time when I realized my life cannot go on waste. I cannot die on bed. I have to do something. In 1996, when I got married, that was the time my graduation somehow was kept on the side because during honeymoon period and all, I could not complete it. So that time, and I, I'll say I was never a graduate, but in 2007, thanks to my, I would say, blessing in disguise, I was able to start with my education once again. And the first thing which I did was the graduation in BA honors, that is psychology. And I did it from Mata Sundari College. I'm a product in Delhi from Queen Mary School and Rosary School, Kingsway Camp. That was the two schools which I changed in ninth standard. So from that time, I was in Mata Sundari where I did my BA honors and psychology honors. And from because of this, in 2007, I completed it. And in one go, I did it after that. And then there is something which was there in me, which allowed me to move forward in life. And psychology is understanding the human mind, and you know very well that it gives you an upper hand from a normal people around, normal generation around. So the people who are next to you are sitting with their own particular profession. They are good in their own way. Now, when we talk about psychology, after that there was time when I wanted to come forward and wanted to study more because there was this Nirbhaya things was also happening and all that stuff. But before that, it happened in 2012. That was the time when I sat in media. But before that, I was almost completing my educations, which were I was studying. I studied criminology. But because at that time in 2007, I was not able to find a particular college which could give me a criminologist thing. I worked for 3 months under retired director, Dr. V.N. Sehgal. He was the director of CFSL. And V.N. Sehgal Saab, he asked me, Anuja, you are very good at lie detection and understanding the body language. Do something. It is a new subject, criminology. Read it. So I was just trying to understand what criminology is at the minute I stood it, but criminology was outside India, everything it was, but in India, it was not there. So of course, I got everything which was there outside India, and I read it, and I was like so fascinated. I was like, yes, this is me, because psychology is me, and criminology is understanding. As I would quickly give you a question on this difference between criminal psychology and forensic psychology. So why I did not do forensic psychology, because it was there in India and it's still here in India, and I chose to go into criminal psychology. So I looked into forensic psychology, and as I had a degree of BA, forensic psychology somehow took the degrees, and there were times when have done MSc also, and they were coming up with that. So criminology is all about MSc. It is Masters in Science. And I was a 12th student who was already a science student. So I already had bio and chemistry, like biology and physics, math. So BCMB I had. So I somehow got into psychology, and from there I took my stream into criminology. Criminology because I wanted to understand criminal mind. As I understood human mind, now I wanted to understand criminal mind and its behavior. Now, forensic psychology is not only about the behavior. Here we are talking in India, because forensic psychology was there in India. Now, what happened outside India, criminal psychologists are called as criminological psychologists. So criminological psychologists means these are those people, those researchers who go inside the prison and talk to the inmates who are there on the death row, who are about to be getting executed, and they talk to them and they take the interview and ask them, the heinous people who have done brutal crimes, brutal rapes, and ask them, why have you done it? What is it that has led you to do this? And then they are the ones who bring that research out, and that can be used and can be given to the parliament for making of the furtherance of the law. But this is not there in India. So as this is not there in India, what is happening is you have forensic psychology. Now, forensic psychology is called as reverse psychology, where what you do is you are enacting the stuff. You can understand the people who were connected to the particular, the perpetrator or what, or at the scene of the crime, what things are happening. But reconstruction of the crime scenes and all is done by the police. Criminal psychologists can stand with them. Criminal psychologists can do criminal profiling, but forensic psychologists can also do criminal profiling. So they are the ones are also there. FBIs, they have criminal minds. You must have understand. They have seen many movie pictures, and the TV series have been there. So they are the ones who can also. So the problem is there is a very fine line where we are talking about. But outside India, criminal psychology and forensic psychology is there. But in India, forensic is basically related to when we're talking about reverse psychology. We are talking to the victims. We're talking to the witnesses. Because in India, we were not being so much advanced related to understanding this. But criminal psychology now is coming up. It's a budding thing.
Yes, ma'am. So with regards to your journey, I also wanted to know and let you, talk to the audience about your NGO and your work with Nirbhaya Ek Shakti. If you could give us a little brief on what that work is.
Yeah. So as I was telling, I would like to introduce myself once again. That I'm not only a criminal psychologist. I am also an advocate. I'm a lawyer. I see cases related to criminal law, matrimonial law, civil law a bit, that is related to Transfer of Property Act. And I have been very closely watching acid attack victims, marital rape. So these areas, I have done a lot of PIOs which are there in Supreme Court. So I have also done law. This thing happened only all during those periods when I was telling you, 2007.
Correct.
Yeah, 2012, I started media. So I was reading law also. I am right now as a founder, executive board member in South Korea for victimology. So I've also done victimology. I'm also a victimologist. I am a member to Victim Society of Asia, VSA. You all are welcome to be a part of VSA, South Korea NGO. I'm also a member to World Society of Victimology, that is WSP. You are also welcome to that. It is going to happen in Spain next year. So I, being the victimologist, understanding victim rights, understanding victim perspective crime, and from there understanding the criminology aspect of the criminals, understanding criminals from the victimological aspect. So I have been taking care of that stuff too. And I was thinking of doing this, and only in that period when I got to know that I also have to assist a one center, one-stop center, and that became my NGO. It became as Nirbhay Shakti. Nirbhay Shakti means victim assistance. It does not only mean the women rights, because yes, a lot of people believe that Anuja is somehow women-centric. I'm sorry, that is not. I am centric to victims. For me, victims are the paramount. Even it is a child, it is an adolescent or senior citizen, male or female. And I'm looking into divorce cases. I'm also looking into cruelty related to man and women both. So for me, everything is important. I look into rape and murder too. So when I'm talking about criminal law, this is what it is. So NGO gives legal advices on a charity basis because it's an NGO. So I was trying to do that. There are times, and basically my NGO looks up into PIL because we need, every time I can't find victims who want to come on board and they want to shout. Like I was also there for triple talaq when we were talking about. I was there for a Kathua rape case. I spoke for CBI. I spoke for marital rape. So these are areas, and I'm standing with, you can always find this guy, Chandrahas Mishra. He is a male acid attack survivor. My Supreme Court is taking care of, and my PIL is there. So I'm really closely looking into these things. Why I'm able to do this? Because of my credentials. So this is what my NGO is all about.
With regards to your fantastic career in criminal psychology, what are some of your major accomplishments and what are some of the major challenges you faced throughout the years?
Wow. Seriously, I can't believe that it's coming a longer way now. It's 2021. I've been sitting in media. That is my accomplishment, but that is a very small accomplishment I'm talking about. Seeing the smile on the victim when he or she is been assisted rightfully is my accomplishment. So my degrees are zero if I'm not able to help them. If I cannot become their voice, I should stop whatever I'm doing right now. I am not the rightful person for the society then. Reading so much just for my ego, or such just to show people around but how boss I am, I'm sorry, this is not the way I'm trained. So for me, my accomplishment is seeing that voice, that thank you voice, and understanding the pain of the person who is going through, and standing with that person, with that victim, without even letting that person know that you are standing with them. And there are times when I have stood with the human trafficking and POXO law victims. This is a very particular case you can all see in YouTube. It was related to the cigar burn of a model, and it was from Kathmandu. And this girl was being burned all over. So cigar case, you can see that in YouTube. So from there, I picked it up, this case. And that was the time when I spended, and I did not look, not even once my husband said, Anuja, why are you spending? So I spent around 2 lakhs and above on those 2 victims because they were about to die in Pune. I had to fly them up so that I could give them that protection. I was fighting that case in Bombay High Court. That was my first case related to and I was finishing my law, and the first case, which was there for human trafficking Sita and related to POXO, and I gave it to the state CID with the help of court number 53 in Bombay. I'm so happy that was able to do it. For me, opening up a chapter is not a difficulty. For me, closure is paramount. If you cannot give a closure to a victim, no point you becoming an advocate for money. Not possible. So this is what are my accomplishments. This is where I stand. And challenges, of course, these all are challenges. You are sitting with policemen, FIR not to be done. You are showing that, oh my God, I had to do FIR. I did this in Fox, so you will see that it's all there in the YouTube. How we do these FIRs. I have to sit in DCP office most of the time for my own thing. There was a cyber crime issue, and the DCPs there don't allow you. I'm also an honorary special police officer to my police thana, and from where I'm staying. So in this way, I'm able to assist some of the cases, and I'm able to investigate some of the scene of crime. So I'm just saying, like, God is kind, God is kind, God is kind, and I'm seeing all those beautiful comments which are coming to me. I'm folded hands. I'm saying thank you, thank you, thank you to all of you. I'm just reading that, so I'm getting rasgullas in my cheek, and I'm so happy. You're giving me blush without a blusher. So thank you. So yes, the second question.
You have such a fantastic mindset. That's just amazing. So now we will come to some questions which will have some practical, base for our students, people who are listening to you. This will be regards to, since you have been in the profession for such a long time, what are the kind of organizations and agencies do you think that hire criminal psychologists?
Okay, as I'm telling you, criminal psychology is very new to India. Okay, so because criminal psychology is very new to India, because I have accomplished many other credentials, believe me, okay. So criminal psychology is not the only one I'm looking into. So as I'm an advocate also, I have an NGO also, and I have many other factors. So media calls me. That is why I came up in media. And me, because I become a pioneer in India, as you must have seen. So people, they call me Indian criminal psychologist, because I became a pioneer in India with all these multifaceted things. So these are the things all the budding people have to learn also. You also have to do, so what I have to, I was telling is that what you also have to do is not only criminal psychology, start with psychology, do LLB, also get along with some of the NGOs, understand how children, how the other people work, the NGOs work. You also have to see that, and this is that creates. Hello.
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Yeah. So what is important is that you have to, the way I have seen it now, but many people, they see me, there are many emails, many things which come up to me, ma'am, we want to become like you. So what it is that because I was a pioneer in India, so I got that limelight. Okay. And because I've done so many of credentials, so criminal psychologists in India is yet to come up.
Correct.
Criminology you can study to understand how can we put down the crime rate. How can the researches can be done? You can give those research to the parliament, to the people, legislative bodies. So those research papers can help us minimize crime, and so that like we have done in JJ, Juvenile Justice Act, they were talked about 18, 19, 20 age groups. When we talk, these are the times when you can look into the research work. How can be things done up, and so that we can make good, and deterrent crimes in future, because right now crimes are deterrent laws in future. I'm so sorry, deterrent laws in future, because right now what we see, the laws which are coming up is not deterrent, because these laws are done with hue and cry of the people. These are not meant for the criminals, because there are no criminological psychologists who are going and talking to the people. So there are very less people who are invited in Tihar jail, or they talk to the hardened criminals and ask them. Because when we see in BBC News, when we talk to Nirbhaya Singh, people got agitated and BBC News was being banned and not to being able to talk. So first of all, India has to prepare itself for the larger perspective, open up your minds and hearts, because what you are going to listen from a criminal perspective or from their mind, you cannot take it in your body and then Because if they say something like mithai ka dibba and all that stuff, wo to phula hua hai, aap le nahi payenge usse. So because of this, please open up your mindset before you take up any, if you want to bring up something in India. Because with this, there will be many areas, repercussions can also come up. So we are looking, that is why we are not able to pull down crime rate, because we're not able to understanding crime to that level, to that root cause. So we have people who are there as a psychologist now, as a criminologist now, as a victimologist now. Now it is a big time I'm talking. Now we have really come forward. We are seeing IPC sections are being taken care of. Recently, you must have also seen this National Law University of Dwarka. And so there is a vice chancellor, the new vice chancellor, G.S. Bajpai sir. He's a good friend of mine. So they have done doing this criminology, law, and everything together. So that is one of the areas where you can go and do your criminology and psychology, and your, I think psychology is also that we have to figure it out, and law so definitely is there. So you can figure it out how things are. So now we are coming up with many ideas and many things, and IPC is also being changed, and there are also changes. So they have done a lot of research work. Now they are doing it, and they've done it more. And Indian Society of Criminology, that is another area where you can go and study also more. So rest outside India, please go anywhere. So, depending upon how much money you can pull in and how can you can, it's like Oxford and it's like Harvard, it's like things around. So it's up to you guys what you want to do. And profiling, criminal profiling, I have done when you're talking about accomplishments. Criminal profiling, I have done of Arushi case, Sunanda Pushkar case, Shri Devi, Sushant, Indrani Mukherjee, Ram Rahim, Gurmeet. So these are the people I have done profiling, and I've spoken it extensively on media. So for now.
From what I've understood from your answer, if somebody is looking into getting hired as a criminal psychologist, they will have to expand their mindset and not just focus on criminal psychology, but also gather more credentials to their name, which will give them a more diverse profile to work with.
Yes, because you want to work with police also, you want to, because they all can take a good benefit out of you. Local, state, center. Because they can take so you have to NGOs. You can bring up their cases. You can connect with the, you can be coming up as an expert also. So which foreign countries accept 3 years graduation in psychology? I have no clue, darling, because I really don't know, because I've done it from India. So we are talking about, because India is there, but we are really looking up it into. So I think outside you can always figure it out. There are almost many areas, many are giving you the best of both. You can just choose from there. So there are many which are there outside India. Yes, there are many threats which, because the case which happened in Bombay, that was the threat which I had, and it has created a lot of agony in my areas. I had to do an FIR in my police thana. They had told that they are going to pick up my sons and my husband, and now I am owner of Nirbhik, a .32 caliber. So I carry gun. So and yes, these are all a part of us, and we become the carriers of the arms also, because we have to protect ourselves.
So, ma'am, in addition to this, especially since you're, very diverse profile, I think our audience will really benefit from your views on the National Commission for Allied and Healthcare Professionals bill that was passed in the Parliament.
Yes. So what has happened, that why they have done it, because what was required is you only knew about doctor, nurse, and patients you were just talking about. Very less did you know about the other aspects of doctors. So there are physiotherapists, I think there are a lot many people who are connected with psychologists. We have physiotherapists, pharmacists, social workers, original and Torres Strait Islander health practitioners, occupational therapists. See, imagine medical, bringing everybody on board for you guys, so that you can expand, and bringing them under a particular umbrella, so that they behave also, and they talk to the people around. You should not only know the medical health. It's like, oh, we only know counselor, we know doctor, we know nurse. It's a big field. So that is why bringing up this is allowing you to help you more and go outside the medical frame, and you are, like I have done this, and I've become one person, or you become, so when I sit in panel, I am representing 5 people in one.
Correct.
So this is how it is. So doctors were representing everybody in one. So what they have done is they have gathered the people differently so that everybody is honored, and we're giving more of employment to them also. So that is also there. And people have really worked hard on their credentials also. So let them be also honored. So bringing them on board, helping the patients to understand and think about it. So I think this is how this new thing has come up.
Okay. Last but not the least, in your expert opinion, I wanted to ask, what do you prefer? Do you prefer criminal psychology or do you prefer forensic psychology? And also, in addition to that, what is your message or what is your giveaway to our young budding psychology enthusiasts in the audience?
Okay. So I would just say that whatever I've learned in life, I never thought that I will, use it in such a way. Because at that time, I was reading, I was studying. So even if you do criminal psychology now, as this is coming up, or you do forensic, because India knows forensic more, clinical psychologists more. They never knew to understand psychologists who was like Paglo ka doctor before that. So I am telling you, forensic is right now in India is more and with the larger, it is somehow the same stuff which is coming up. But criminal is like understanding criminal minds with the respect of crime and how you can lower it down with more of research. That is also there. So what I feel, I have done forensic science also. I forgot to say that. So I did diploma also under retired director V.N. Sehgal. I did forensic science also. And so this has helped me to understand the DNA of the blood. This has helped me to understand forgery. So I'm telling you, please go beyond the box. Don't stick to it. For me, school study or college study is nothing on that level when you are studying there and they are giving you this, but go beyond this. They are the temples. School and colleges are the temples, but the temples does not stay there. They go beyond your life and they go outside your country. So bring that thing up. They have told you, they have given you, but you have to condition yourself. Go talk to the victims. Don't be egoistic. Go down to them, listen to them, hug them, sit with them. If they're not ready, the rapists, if they're not ready to tell them what they have done, please don't go and ask them, how did the rape happen? It's not a matter of enjoying and what did happen. And no, let that person speak. Acid attack victim. They're the most beautiful people I've ever come across. Sit with them. Main thing is to counsel, and how sometimes counseling is just the thing. You don't have to speak. You may be knowing a lot of things. Children who have been raped, they're sitting right next to you. The father must have raped. So what I'm telling to all you people is, reading a subject will not empower you. It's just a knowledge. If you want to do an education, empower yourself with the experience. Work on the field. Go outside. Put PILs. Connect with advocates or become an advocate. Take up the cases. Understand how can we reduce crime. How can we go about it? How can we help a lot of people? Even if it is money matter is connected, how can you do a bit of charity? Understanding crime does not make you a person with a glass of wine or with a whiskey and you sit in a group and you tell, oh, I have done this and I know this. No, what you need is you go out, be there, work, come back home, take a green tea or whatever and see what have you accomplished in that day. I have just said difference between forensic and criminal psychology. I've just said, beta. I've just said it. What is the difference between criminal psychology and forensic psychology? Forensic is related to all the things which are happening right now, where you will be talking about victimology, like you will be talking to the witnesses, you will be talking to the victims. Law has been there. You can talk to the advocates. Forensic psychology, because there was not criminology in India, so criminology part is coming in forensic also, but criminology is basically related to, am I audible? Hello?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Yeah, because I felt so. What is important is like you have to go to the prisons for like the forensic psychologists go to the prison, but in criminal psychologists also, they also are the ones who go to the prison. But depending upon how things are, how things are going ahead, and what I feel is when I have read criminal psychology and forensic science, I have not bounded or questioned myself. Can I do one? I think for me, I did. I can do both and I have expanded. So why you only want to sit at one? If you have a stuff ahead, money, I'm sorry, money you cannot have it in. I'm just telling you why, because people will ask me. Money you can't have it in psychological right now, in criminal psychology, because it is just you can become a lecturer, you can become a researcher, depending upon that you can get it. Prisoners and all these stuff in India, forensic psychologists can get still money because they understand their forensic stuff and it is there in the book. Criminology is new, but it is coming up. And so how I'm an advocate. So yes, my money profession is coming from being an advocate. So that is from where I earn, not from criminology. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. I think we have a very interesting question from Zosha Khan in the chat box. What do you think will be the most effective solutions to reduce crimes or understand their mentality?
Okay, so what I feel is I've spoken it many times. How can we reduce crime? This is a very good question when we do not ask how can we stop crime. Nobody can stop crime. So this is the first thing. First thing, as I said, don't boost around, don't box around like, oh, we can stop crime. I'm sorry, this doesn't happen. So the crime does not finish now because you are there in the you are among the society. So crime is born with you. Because we have a good person, we have a bad person, we have an evil person. So because we have an evil person with us due to hereditary, then that is a different question. Now, how, if we talk about, you can see a lot of my videos are there on TED Talks. As I forgot to say that, I have done 18 to 19 TED Talks related to criminal psychology and crimes and many other things. They will really help you to understand the depth of it. So that I can speak on the greater length. So you can also go there as we have very less time over here. So please go ahead. You can always see my articles are there on Google. There is my page also with the name of Anuja Kapur. Twitter handle is also there with the Anuja Kapur India. I'm there on Instagram too. I'm there on LinkedIn too. So my articles are there all over and you can see if you like something, please do give me your wishes. And if still you feel that I can change and I can grow more, please allow me to give those feedback also.
Okay, ma'am. With that, I think we'll put an end to the Q&A section. Thank you so much for joining in despite such a busy schedule that you've had. And thank you so much for giving your time and giving us such practical insights on your profession, because this is not something we may have come across when we are studying in a bachelor's degree or our master's degree. This is not something that will be taught, and I'm really grateful to you for bringing in that expert insight. With that said, I'd like to present to you a token of our appreciation, and I'd like the tech team to present to ma'am the e-certificate that we have for her.
Oh,
thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
This certificate will be emailed to you later today.
Yes, and I thank you, Angela, and yes. I thank you the all the sponsors and the people who have been listening me, the audience, the great students who are the budding. I'm saying the youth of India. You all are the ones who's going to drive India to that next level, and we are waiting. We're waiting for new India, and you are the ones who are going to be standing with us. We are really looking up. Become those people which we are looking up. Could not we become, but we wanted you to become now more of it. Study hard. What I always say is have lots of knowledge, but apart from that, get down on the ground and become what you want to be, because on the ground, you will know your value, not in the air condition. So please get down on your work level, see what is there, do your reports, do a lot of PhDs, see what you can do, and maybe in near future, we can see budding criminal psychologists more in India, and we can see a lot of law change, and the crime which you're talking about, how can we reduce it, can only happen when we talk to criminals and our mindsets are open and they can listen to us, our dadi, dadu, and everybody, and nana, nani, and they will not say, oh, and they will not say this, and they can listen to the criminology of that person, that mind of that person, the criminal aspect of that person, and how can we change that perspective, and how can we help in that society. That is important. Okay?
Definitely. That's absolutely correct. With that, ma'am, thank you so much, and hopefully we'll collaborate with you soon again.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, Angela.
Yes, I like
We
to
have
call
a
upon
certificate, right?
Litish, we have just shown the certificate.
Okay, we can mail to the certificate to ma'am. Okay,
Yes.
that's not a problem. We can mail this.